So I'm trying to win a bid now. We got a Dark Elemental Morty Helm. These are actually pretty rare. And I want to win it and try and sell it. So let's go over how to win a bid war, because this obviously doesn't have a buyout, so we can't just buy it. And the person's not around since they're selling it off and all. So ideally you want to wait till the very last moment to bid, or else you're just going to unnecessarily bid the item up. Like this only started at 600 grand, and people brought it up to this. I don't know why. You see there's only 5 items above it, because they're all long bids, they have to end up on page 1, that's just how long bids work. But you don't want to look at that when you're bidding. You want to sort by time, and then the things from short and medium bids will also appear, and you'll see the true order of what things will end in. So you want to wait until there's maybe 1 more item above it, or 0 if you want to play it risky, before you actually bid. Or else, unnecessarily bidding, you might bid yourself out of money, you might just pay more than you have to. Not worth it. You also want to keep an eye on your surroundings, and you might want to look at who could potentially outbid you, and check if they go offline, because then the competition's gone, you could just win. If you actually bid on the item, you can see it here. If you need to outbid somebody, chances are you're going to have to get your money back if you don't have enough. But if you do have enough money, you could chain bid. But how you do that is kind of more complicated than it has to be right now. So you have to bid, right? And then when you're outbid, you have to refresh the page in order to outbid again. If you try and bid again without refreshing the page, it'll tell you that it's not 5% more than the current amount, and it'll refresh the page for you, but that takes more time. But those are just some tips I have on outbidding stuff, and how you can win things. And hopefully I win this element. Let's see. And we did. So we're gonna pick that up and pick up the rest of our stuff that we got. Longlist. And bounty pledges selling in 100 stacks. Good that I can get rid of them so fast. Alt books always sell good here. Same with sigils. Pet tokens, sometimes. Energy licks is a good seller. Chests as always. More bounty pledges. My Garanok ring. More tokens. Rebirths are kind of slow, but nice to have a few just to sell. Gives a little bit of variation. Some 3 grand each XPs. Some more. Imperial Necro Brace. Another Garanok ring. Travels. Cheap Firestorm. That's a good one. That Ice Blast Dammy. More sigils. Runic Ring. Restos are always good for selling. Haste for 5 grand, that's nice. Longlist. But we're almost done. Nope. Regens. Gotta get rid of those, we have a ton. Another cheap Firestorm. Cheap Pummel. 1,000 Restos at 200 each. I bought those because they're competing with me. Plus, they're kind of cheap too, so why not? A Druid Ammy I got. Restos, ten stacks of alts, Eon charms, getting good money, Produce bracelet, chests, quick blade, hammer, more cheap restos, cheap wisdoms, resto, god chests, and freeze. Freeze is a good one to buy, because it's the red bookbinding quest for mages, and you have to be level 45 to do it, and you can only get it once per character. So if somebody sells it or something stupid, you can charge them a lot of money for it. There's some other things I did, but let's see, 187? We're almost to 200. Almost. But basically what I did was I traded off a lot of my chests for stuff. I got rid of all of my snow chests, and a good amount of thunders too. I bought a mythic Fellspine for 110, which is pretty good price. On Lugh, the only owner of the original one got banned, so these are really rare here. And I also bought a bunch of gear and even more consumables with the other chests. So I have a lot of crap to sell. Now we're going to take this off and see if there's anything nice in here. Even if not, we could just talk about some of the stuff. Heroic combos almost always sell. Not a terrible price, but we wouldn't make any money on it. These hats, they were special plat hats that you could buy back then. But these ones are Stardust, and there was ones that looked exactly the same in 2013 and 2016. But the 2016 ones are also Stardust. So the only ones of value are the Effect 2013 ones because they're snowbound. So I'm not buying that. And that's some important knowledge. Embossed weapons, they're dropping fast, and the regen weapons are better. So, too much for us. Gold Blade, we might be able to make a few grand, but no. Conceal is one of the worst skills in the game. I mean, Camouflage is worse, but close enough. I would still say Defensive Spikes is worse than this, but in any case, just don't buy it. It'll never sell. Not a good ring. Not really a good bracelet. Guy still didn't sell his sword. This is cheap, but no. I can try and buy this later, maybe. Ask the preceptor online, but that's just too much for that. These are the 2016 hats I was talking about. Too much. Way too much. See, the Warthog stabs are one of the only legendary mythic stabs to not have an effect on it, and people hate them for that. And I mean they really do. Mythics only go for like 2 or 3 million. That's a great price, but it's hard to convince somebody to buy a 50% mount for the price of like a 90%. So that's not a real good investment for us. Because we're nearing a new update, and every update so far had chests associated with it. So I would assume that there's going to be chests for this update, which means I should save up my money to buy as many as I can, and I should also get rid of my current chests. Because if I could sell them for more now, it beats waiting like a half a year to get normal money. Nope. That's real close to half. It might be a tiny bit under, but I can't check that right now. For anyone though, just go to a shop or look it up online. There's usually like spreadsheets or databases that'll tell you how much things are in the shop, and they're pretty reliable. Alright, no. Still spawns. Eon? Definitely not. I wonder why people hate Eon, but I mean, I like it because it's cheaper. That's the thing, people expect Eon to be cheaper even though it's not any different. You know, Red Party Hat's the only one I'm missing out of the set. Just not gonna pay 100 grand for it. No. 3 million's a ripoff. Right, that doesn't have a bid. Still nothing good. And we got a fake bid. Actually a pretty good price, but no money to be made. No bid. Alright, so I guess it's up to us to make the auction house good. So a sun helmet. This is better than a standard 100 strength helmet or a dex helmet. Because heat damage is nice, you know, auto damage is faster than skill damage. So it'll add up to more output. And also that it's rarer too. So this is what I'm going to ask for it. And I'm also going to pair it up with some nice weaponry. Got a Dark Morty Spear again. Should sell good. Dark ones usually do. Shadows and Voids though? No. I'm waiting though. You saw we sold that shadow helmet. It's possible. What else can we do? I guess just offhands. Not really much else we can do because we're trying to do a good listing here. We're going to do mainly gear. And we have 2 of these 200 axes now. So hopefully we can sell them. Alright, and we are going to the jewelry page. Just start listing crap. For decent prices. Also, some of the stuff I traded chests for, I got this Trailblazer Focus set and a Skein Iron Root set. I figure eventually I could sell them, and even if I can't sell them now, I can get chests for them later. Nuh-uh. Be a Morty helm. Alright, where's this other ring I need to sell? Here it is. But yeah, that's a fair price. I mean, I sold my worst ones for a good amount. Celery. I don't get what celerity is supposed to infer. I always just call it celery, it's more fun. Let's see, we can do the Gelabron stuff together. Blue stacks messed up my inventory sorting, so this is hard to look through. But we'll deal with it. Pommel rings usually sell good. We're going to list this because we have some high tier gear. Might as well make it look good. We're going to have ourselves a nice little list here. Alright, so we got spare iron root ring. We know that iron root rings are the best rings, so we could charge extra. And still sell the standards too. Because you could really use an iron root ring on any class. Most of them need health. Unless you're a full focus mage like Furyion, but that don't happen too often, surprisingly. But I'm definitely the gear salesman now. I don't know how it turned into this, but I'm happy, because stuff usually moves pretty fast. Or at least one thing sells, and hey, we're making money, you know. And even though this is a godly ring, it's probably not going to move that fast. Because they're not that good. Oh yeah, about the time lost shop. Basically, the only Ami worth buying is a Sun Ami. The other ones are worth less, at least here. Because so many people have the other ones, or they're not good enough. Stalker Amis are actually good. I forgot to mention that. You can make a few 100 grand, maybe like $1 million off of it. Midnight Amis are worth close to shop. Sucks we can't list sets. It would make things a lot easier. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. My little merching trick. You want to show the people that they can get something valuable from the chests that you're selling. So you put a nice item right next to them. So they're like, hey, I can get this and sell it for 10 million. It's totally a good deal. I mean, in reality, yeah, it's possible. It was very unlikely. But we're a salesman, so it's all about appearance. Restos we can always sell. People constantly need them. People constantly burn them. I don't like playing classes that, you know, spam restos, but it's a necessary evil sometimes. Just think about it, the cost really adds up. 10,000 is 3 million here. And for the rest of these, we could just do XPs, HPs, and energies. Because it's a nice little combo. Usually things that every class would use. So let's look through this. Looks Good so far. Alright. So we'll just wait and see. We'll probably hit 200 million next time. Hopefully, at least. And see how far past 200 million we can get if possible. Until then,